How you doing, guys? Welcome back. It's LSP. It's currently the 16th of June 2022. I want to do a very quick rundown before tomorrow. We're very close to that 20,000 level. Tomorrow at some point on Friday, I'm going to do a little bit more of an in-depth kind of overview or look for going into the weekend, because as we know, and what seems to be kind of the running theme with the cryptocurrency market, we get a lot of movement over the weekend, predominantly from Saturday going into Sunday early hours of the morning. So I want to do a more sort of cleaner look tomorrow when I have a little bit more information to see, obviously, in terms of US equities markets as well and where they're going. But for now, we're very close to this 20k level. I think we've moved plenty enough now to know that this liquidity pool is the draw on price. If price gets to 20,000 and starts to eat into some of that liquidity, it's going to be an offloading of liquidity, not a pickup of buy side, which means we should see a little bit of relief. Okay, my thinking's gearing towards, and I need confirmation of this, but my thinking's geared towards we kind of sort of drive into that level from now into the next 2-3 days, going into sort of early next week. Could all happen in one day, obviously, but we drive into this level and get a little bit of a bounce from there, a little bit of relief. 20k is a big number, obviously. Seeing 19, as opposed to seeing 20 makes a big difference. So we should see a little bit of relief from there, and we could go as high as 24, maybe stabilize a little bit, and then create potentially this again. Maybe a month or a couple of months of kind of sideways nothingness. Yeah, it is a real possibility before, dare I say, we get that next leg down. Okay, but I'm going to explain that in a future video, and it will just be solely discussing what could potentially be unfolding for the remainder of the year, and I'll kind of give a bunch of scenarios, and we'll see if we can figure it all out. So what does that mean for us right now? I said that I want to start to kind of give some practical ideas and things that we should be doing. Now, obviously, that I'm sitting on my hands. I've been telling everybody else to do the same. Be careful, be cautious. But for us at the moment, besides being cautious and careful and everything else, we need to be paying attention to the reactions at the levels when price starts to move quicker. I'll repeat that again. We need to be paying attention to price at the levels where price is moving away quicker. So if price comes into 20k and it starts to just grind and doesn't really do much, there's nothing there for us. But if price comes into 20k and it moves away from that level aggressively, or you see some sensitivity, price response, something quicker, something with a bit more volume, something with a bit more aggressive movement or momentum, that tells us so much more. That's the key, and that's what we're waiting for. All right. So again, caution, patience. We'll jump over to Binance. Not a real change on Binance, obviously, in terms of the structure of price. The weekly chart doesn't change very often. In terms of its overall structure, it takes a long time for the weekly chart to change. But obviously, the level down here at 148 is a key level. It's a big level, right? It's a full rebalance at that point, from halfway. Yeah. I won't go into the what that means, but effectively it's a halfway point in terms of rebalancing. So and here's where it gets a little bit tricky, if Bitcoin drops into 20k and starts to aggressively move away from that, so let's say we get a spike down 20k, possibly 19, bit of a snapback, it is likely that we go sub 200 to around about 185, okay, and then snap back, and then kind of the same scenario, a little bit of relief, price goes up 240-ish, on Binance, and then maybe we get some kind of sideways movement. But we'll do the same analysis in terms of kind of this broader spectrum, longer time frame, sort of end of year analysis, which I'll do in a completely separate video, and we'll get that posted as well at some point. But for now, sitting on our hands, chilling, relaxing. Ethereum is continuing to show weakness. I do believe that this level down here is probably going to be traded to at some point. 735. Key level really is 750. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen all in one go. But ultimately, with the weakness that Ethereum is showing, we're very close now to 1,000 or going sub 1,000. Definitely something we need to be paying attention to. But thankfully, Ethereum's on its own page. So unless you're physically in Ethereum, or you're holding Ethereum, or you're mining Ethereum, the effects of Ethereum's price behavior isn't affecting the broader market. That's the most important thing for now. There are some factors that do play into this in terms of Ethereum affecting the broader market. But that's way down the line, and that depends on the merge. It depends on what happens with, a lot of different variables. But at the moment, I'm not factoring sort of Ethereum's strength or weakness or anything like that into the broader spectrum analysis. Everything falls on Bitcoin. Really, really important to remember. Okay, so we know where we stand with Bitcoin. Analysis is still solid. Everything's looking good. Still waiting for confirmation. Still waiting for a little bit of relief. Still waiting for the 20K to hit. And with all of that said, I hope everyone's having an absolutely fantastic evening or day or morning, wherever you are in the world. And I look forward to speaking to you in tomorrow's update. All the best, guys. Take care and ciao for now.